morning, booktube. I don't know what else to say today. I've remade this video like 3 times, but we won't talk about that. Mainly because I didn't like my facial expressions. What's new? Anyway, today we are gonna get through this. We are gonna get through this, guys. I have no train of thought. I even had to write notes down just so I could film this after I filmed it 3 times. On those notes, I still can't keep my thoughts together. Anyway, if you are new here, hello. My name's Christina, obviously the owner of this channel, Coffee House Book Nook. I like to talk about books. Essentially, that's why I'm here, clearly. Awkward silence. It's alright. Yes. So, yeah. I am a booktube channel. Talk about books, open unboxings, and all sorts of stuff that's unimportant to this video currently. Anyway, let's just count how many times I say anyway. Go ahead and leave that in the bottom, because I gotta get over that too. Right? I say a lot too. Unimportant. Back to what we're actually doing. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment below. Let's have a really good discussion today. And make sure you stay till the end, because I always ask a question for the video. Yeah. Without further ado, well, you don't even know what the video is about. Oh my god, today I cannot keep my thoughts together. Woo-wee. All right. So today we are going to do a thrift store challenge. Well, I already completed the challenge. I'm just going to share with you what I was able to get. Full disclaimer, the intent was to be able to add in some video clips and do some stuff with that. My camera is too big, and I didn't feel comfortable taking it into a Goodwill. So that didn't happen. And then I tried to have my boyfriend film it on his phone, thinking, oh, I'll just input phone video. And he would have had to be so far away to get anything, like what I was doing. So that didn't work out in our favor. So we just I opted to just complete the challenge and tell you guys about it and show you what I got. So it didn't exactly go as how I envisioned in my head, to be better than the last one I did a year ago. And I will put that one in the bottom so you can see what I got in that haul. I think that one went a little better than this one, but solely because they just didn't have a lot of options anymore at Goodwill. And I could have gone to half-price books, but I opted to not do that, to keep this very, very, cost-effective, and to actually, really see, someone who is on a genuine small budget, if they can find things that are mainstream books, or not books that are 30, 40, 50 years old. Which, in this haul, I do have some that were. But that was by my choice. I wanted them. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get through these books. So, I will say, I want this time to be kind of like a tag, I think. Yes. I want it to be a tag. Somebody wants to talk to me. Anyway, I want this to be a tag. So, I will go ahead and tag a couple of people in this. Probably just one. And then hopefully they can tag someone and they can tag someone, and it's gonna be fun. Because I didn't do it as a tag the last time. For this one, I'll tag Nina, the book reader. And see what I know she does a lot of thrifting for her books. So I'm interested to see what she comes up with. So the rules of this are you can't spend any more than $10. So you're allotted $10. They need to be books that you actually have intent to read. Don't just go pick up $10 worth of books. That's not the point of it. It's to see what you can genuinely get within your taste. And then make sure you tag someone. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the haul. First, I found The Becoming of Noah Shaw. I have the trilogy to Mora? I forget. But I have the other trilogy, and so I thought it was really cool that I could finish this one. And this one is actually hardback and is honestly in brand new mint condition. So I thought that was a very valuable find. Next, I have The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. This one has a little bit of like page damage to it, like on the first few pages, but like I said, it's like the title page, so on the inside, so that wasn't too terrible. I am actually going to be doing a whole video surrounded by classics, so I'm actually currently in process of collecting some different ones to read. So I got this actually for a video, but was able to find a really good deal for it. Next, I have Zodiac by Romina Russell. I have actually been intending to pick this up when I go to the bookstore because it looks interesting. I'm really into Zodiac, like signs. I don't know a lot about them, but I think they're cool. If that makes sense at all. No. I know that I'm a Leo, so that's all that's important. Like, I know about my sign, and leadership is like a big part of that. So I thought this would be kind of a cool read. It's been interesting to me to pick up. And like I said, this isn't some like 15-year ago release. This came out probably like 5 years ago. Not even that. I think, let me check. I can tell you exactly. Okay, so it came out about 5 years ago. The copyright is from 2014. Or was it 2019? Yep. So this came out in 2014. So that's still within that 5-year kind of like year. So it's not like super old to where like no one remembers it, and it's not like super new, but still it's within a. And again, this is in really good condition. I mean, you couldn't even tell that it's, well, okay, there's a little bit of water damage when I get halfway through. But I don't know how much of that is water damage or the fact that I spilled my coffee this morning. So like I said, this isn't in terrible shape at all. So I have been working on collecting some Stephen King, and I kind of was put off by collecting Stephen King because I picked up a book, and nowhere on the book did it say it was part of a trilogy. So I was annoyed. So I stopped wanting to pick them up. But this next one was a TV show, and I remember I didn't want to watch the TV show because I wanted to read the book, and then I never read the book or bought the book or had anything to do with the book. But I picked it up in this haul. It's Stephen King, Under the Dome. And like I said, this is another one. I mean, it's a few years old, but it's not so old no one knows what it is. It was in good condition. There's a couple, again, little bit of damage, but I would wonder if some of this is just from Goodwill Transport, because it's like the same amount of pages in these. It's always like the front, 2 or 3 or 4 pages, and it's not like any of the actual reading. All right, we have reached the final book, and I wasn't going to get this, actually. I put it back on the shelf, and my boyfriend was like, no, it's a good book. You should read it, because I liked one of his other books when I read it. And that would be Michael Crichton's Next. I read Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton and absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite books. I should probably reread it to make sure that still stands, as I read that when I was in middle school, high school, I think. But yes, this was the last book I picked up. And again, very good condition. I mean, with this one, it's a little bit pages are yellow, but that's normal for books. Otherwise, it's in phenomenal condition and was well worth picking up. Total, I don't know where my receipt went, but it was $4.70 some cents, rounded up to $5 because I donated to their education fund, which was fine with me. So it was an even $5, we'll say, and I was able to find 5 books, so average about $1 a piece. And at Goodwill, at my Goodwill, this they do, what is it? They do 50% off the first Saturday of the month, which is why I went now versus later on. which you could still go later and probably find some decent, like, discounted books, because they're like, what, 99 cents for the paperback, $2 for the hardback, which is still very budget friendly. Anyway, so for the question of the video, let's see here. I had a couple of options and I've kind of mulled it over. I'd like to know, let's see here. Have you ever done thrift store book shopping? If so, what are some of your favorite thrift stores to go to? Go ahead and leave that in the comments, and I can't wait to see you there. Again, make sure you subscribe to my video and like this video as well, and I will see you guys in my next video.